Hey you guys, we are back with another video. And this one, oh my god, like, it is disappointing because, oh my god, Kristy! And Kristy would be doing cartwheels in heels, and she would try on the Skims dress and say the Skims dress is so tight. She's gonna see if she can run in it, and then Kim shared the video. She started getting some brand deals, and she has been leveling up for the past couple of years. I've been going to all the major fashion shows on the red carpet, and whenever she does the red carpet, she does it so darn well. She is beautiful. Kristy and Desmond has been together since they were 14 years old, and occasionally she would share these throwback moments when it was just her and Desmond before they had the two boys. And then you guys know it was late last year they moved into their new home, which is a beautiful home, a mansion. You guys remember when Kristy moved in, there was this situation with that huge drummer roach, and she was freaked out, and she got the, mesh for her and Desmond to sleep in. They found the roach. They hired a pest team to come in. Desmond was like, the contractors did not do the kitchen to specifications. You know that Desmond is a chef. He's always preparing, some of the best meals for Kristy, and Kristy with her little personality would grab the meals with her little, aggressive self. Kristy is hyperactive. She's just hyperactive. And, Desmond would always be like, oh my God, what else this woman is up to? And she did that lemon dress. You remember that lemon dress that she did? And she would order these baguette bags, the lemon bags, the weird and bags. And she would order these weird dresses. You remember that blow up dress? And she would go out in public and all of that. Kristy is just a personality. So, that for the internet to hear that Kristy and Desmond are getting a divorce after they have, reached a new chapter in their marriage, in their relationship, in their partnership, because they also have a production company together. That many people are like, is this for real? Could Kristy and Desmond be pulling a stunt on us? And I have to be joining in and asking myself the same too. Could Kristy and Desmond be pulling a stunt on us? They're saying that she filed for a divorce, saying that the marriage is broken because Desmond cheated, allegedly. I mean, it's sad to see that is happening to Kristy and Desmond. And you know what I've been saying to myself? I've been wondering, could this be it is not the first time Desmond has cheated and she has forgiven him before, and she's like, no, I'm not going to go through this with you again. I'm done this time, and I'm done for good. I'm wondering if that is what is going on, because I'm asking like, how, we know that perfection doesn't exist. They weren't a couple's goal. I think they were beyond goals. I think that many people saw Kristy and Desmond as a couple that would stand the test of times, but evidently Kristy does not want to stand the test of time. She's saying, no way. So TMZ is reporting on all of it, honey. Can you imagine the two gremlins co-parenting? I'm wondering how this is going to affect them. Two different households, they're going to have to sell their marital home, or one of them may choose to keep it. I know Kristy's not going to stay at that home, because when she moved there, she loved the home, but she was like, oh my God, I never thought this through carefully, because, I think she's going to want to be somewhere more central, where she doesn't have to deal with all of that. No. TMZ saying another social media love story has officially crashed and burned. The Scotts are done, with Kristy filing for divorce from estranged husband Desmond Scott. I still don't believe it. I'm gonna have to call this a prank. Sorry. Now, TMZ obtained the court docs out of Harris County, Texas, in which Kristy cited alleged infidelity as the reason she sought the split, saying it completely wiped out any reasonable chance of reconciliation. Do you guys remember when Kristy she ordered some juice for the new house and she was packing them in the fridge and she was just throwing stuff in the fridge? And you remember when she was, unpacking the kids' toys? Like, I'm looking back at all the years that I've been following this couple and I'm like, really? Desmond upgraded in his job, he achieved his goals and he was consistently achieving his goals. Kristy too was consistently achieving her goals, even more than what she, thought. Ain't this sad? Now they're saying the paperwork says the couple will soon stop living together as husband and wife. They met at 14 and then tied the knot years later in 2014 and share 2 sons. The split was likely the split will likely blindside fans since the two built their brand on joint content. But Desmond has a separate TikTok account though. Desmond has a separate TikTok account where he does his little food videos. He talks about, the little kitchen stuff and what he loves and all of that. So Desmond has a separate TikTok account. Now they're saying packed, so they're talking about the joint account, the joint content packed with family chaos, design, renovation projects, and prank videos, though she last posted him on TikTok back in early December. Oh man. They also co-own Meant to Be Films, a production company centered on wedding videography and storytelling. As of now, it's unclear what happens to the business post-breakup. We've reached out to the reps for Kristy and Desmond. So far, no word back. I think this was the last social media couple that the internet really liked. This was the last, Shalom, and, what's his name? Shalom Black? Yes. I love Shalom. So Shalom, you and your husband, please fast and pray, honey. Fast and pray. Shalom. You and your husband, fast and pray. We don't want to hear another breakup story again, But this is one of the many couples that people admire. But I think people had a special love for Kristy and Desmond because they have a history together. They've been together since they were 14 years old. 14, So the internet has been consistently, questioning why. I've seen women saying that they would just cheat back. You can't cheat back in 2026. Women don't cheat back. There's no such thing as cheat back and lip back. That's being loose, reckless, and exposing yourself to the unknown. And maybe that's why Kristy is saying, I'm not going to do this with you because you're out there, exposing me to the unknown, Man, I tell you, 2026, never had this on my bingo card. Who did? None of us. Absolutely none of us. I don't know, but we saw this happening in 2024, didn't we? And we saw it happening in 2025 and now here 2026. Oh, another couple. But I'm going to pray for divine intervention. The allegations against Desmond, of course, they're not pleasant, especially in a time like this. But I do hope that they can come to some resolution and work on their marriage because these things are never okay. But I do hope that, by means of miracle, they can work it out. I can only imagine Kristy feeling shattered at this point. But sending them positive thoughts and prayers. Let me know what you guys think. Peace.